sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we talk outdoors for the next 90 minutes as we roll into our 18th year on the air. And this is first Saturday, which means that we have half of the Brother Darrell and Darrell show, and that is, I'm not going to guess which one is who.
Well, it's. Oh,
they already know now who it is.
Oh, yeah.
They recognize your voice.
That's my FM voice.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
But this is.
You're leading.
Tell them who you are. So yeah.
Well, I'm Dave Gabbard.
Okay, the Dave
Dave Gabbard.
Okay, all right.
Former Minister of Propaganda
for the TWRA, and
which is.
And the other part of our Brother Darrell and Darrell is got some family issues. We do wish that Gene Smith's wife, Vicki.
Your lead-in kind of reminded me of the little funny email you sent out the other day.
Was it funny? I
didn't know it was. He's talking about, we're talking outdoors, but we're indoors.
That's true.
Some of those funny things, it said if Superman's chest could stop a bullet, why does he duck when somebody throws the revolver at him?
Yeah, you got that, didn't you? You did get that, didn't you? There were some other ones in there, too, that I plan to use before it's over. Hey, we got a couple of guests in studios. One's going to have we're going to talk to him a little bit later in the show. In fact, right after this segment, we're always happy to have the traveling man. He travels more than Ron Wong, is our good friend Mike Webb from the NRA Tennessee Senior Field Representative, Field Offices, which is too long a title to put on his shirt, but he does have his NRA hat on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, buddy. I know you got some information to talk to us about a big event coming up on October the 18th, and we're going to talk to Mike a little bit later. But right now, this is Outdoors Around the Horn, and so let's
South.
Yeah,
South America or Africa. Which horn are we talking about?
No, we're talking about
our horn,
Panama Canal, through there. But
it is the first Saturday of October.
It is the first Saturday in October, and we've been talking about a big event that's coming up today. At McKellar Lake, and that's the second annual Brent Deal Memorial Bass Tournament. And the voice of this, one of the many voices of this excellent tournament, of course, is Danny Carter, and of course our good friend Peanut Quan. But we have in the studio this morning a young man that I've known for a long, long time and respect what he does and how he helps out at fishing rodeos, and just a good friend, and we're really glad to have Vic Theron Jr. We're not going to get Senior in here because he's probably up running someplace or something right now. But, hey, Vic, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. How are y'all this morning?
We're doing great, and you got to head down to McKellar Lake. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, we need to tell our listeners who Brent Deal was. Tell our listeners.
Well, Brent Deal was a great friend of mine, a fellow worker. He worked at UPS for a number of years while I was down there, but he's been part of the fishing family for years, and last year it was unfortunate. Brent passed away at a very young age.
Yes, he did.
He left behind a wife and 2 young kids, and so we're holding a benefit for him today, and hope we can get several boats out there like we did last year. And hey, you don't have to fish to come down and enjoy it. Because we're gonna have some silent auctions, and we're gonna have food to eat, and we're just going to have a big time down there in Brent's honor and memory.
And that's why they do this. and people might say, why McKellar Lake? There is fish in McKellar Lake, right?
Yes, sir. It's kind of one of those hidden places that a lot of people don't think about coming down here and fishing. Last year it took 5 bass to win with 19 pounds down here in this tournament.
Yeah. So what do you think it's going to take today down there?
It's going to be tough. The water's been up for a while. Yep. We had a real high rise, but it's stable. So I'm saying there's going to be quite a few 5-fish limits waiting today.
And, of course, this weather, I mean, and we're in October, Vic. I don't know, the water temperature down there in McKellar Lake is going to be pretty high for October the 6th. That affects fishing, too. But technically, fishing's going to be part of this, but really the opportunity to help out. You guys do this for a reason.
Oh, yes, sir. The kids.
Yes, you do. Yes.
We want them to be able to carry on their father's name out on the water. Even though they're young, they both still love to fish. And a matter of fact,
is one of them fishing?
His oldest son, Evan, will be out on the water today.
All right.
He fished as well, last year and did real well.
Yes,
so we look forward to having them down here today and, just for a great turnout. Great calls.
Yeah, and the calls on this, and tell us, Vic, because I know weigh-ins at 3, right? I mean, what time's the weigh-ins?
Yes, 3? Sir. We're going to blast off this morning at Safe Light.
Okay.
And it will be a 3 o'clock weigh-in.
So you can come on down and tell them. A lot of people say, well, I don't even know how to get to McKellar. I mean, it's really not that hard. Just head to the river and follow all the boats.
There you go.
I mean, it is. And you guys are going to have all sorts of stuff down there. I think you said you're going to have some T-shirts that you'll be able to get, but also you're going to have some food and door prizes and things along that line. And there's a big bass pot. It only costs you $20 to get into the big bass pot, so you don't even have to catch a fish, right?
Well, you better catch a big one.
I mean, the big one. I mean, catch a big one, right?
That's correct.
A big one.
That's right. The biggest bass of the tournament.
What won it last year? You remember?
It was a little over 4 pounds, about 4.5 pounds.
Okay, so somebody could check in with a 5, have a pretty good chance then.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know we talk about McKellar a lot, so I know Peanut fishes it a lot, and a lot of people badmouth, as you mentioned that, but it's still a place that, I think, for a good place to take a young person, maybe catch that first bass down there, right?
Sure it is. I mean, this lake, it got a bad rep years ago, and there's not a lot of industrial left on that lake. I know that there were some water samples taken several years back, and there was no more chemicals in McKellar compared to Tunica. So the water has really cleared up a lot of the chemicals and stuff down there. So we see people water skiing and enjoying McKellar like they did years and years and years ago.
I guarantee you there is some McKellar memories for folks that are listening to this show this morning that can remember the days. Now, I know you grew up in Fraser.
Yeah, we used to go to McKellar Lake.
You did go to McKellar Lake, right?
I even water skied one time on McKellar Lake on the first day of spring one year. Bunch of us.
You did?
Yeah.
On the first day of spring. It was kind of cool, wasn't it?
It was kind of cool.
But you were down there, right?
Uh-huh. Well, we were down there.
Well, because I think that McKellar Lake is a proving ground. I know we got some smaller TWRA lakes that people can go to, but you can actually, with McKellar, it goes into another river, doesn't it? I think it does, doesn't it? Doesn't it empty into some little small river down there?
Non-Connor.
Yeah. There's a big river down there called the Mississippi River, not very far from McKellar, I can tell you that. And we got Vic Theron with us. So, folks, it's the second annual Brent Deal Memorial Bass Tournament at McKellar Lake. They're probably already getting ready to take off and maybe going. It's I can't get over how dark it is at 7 o'clock now and things along that line. But we got 6 o'clock this morning. It's dark, but as soon as it's safe light this morning, they're going to take off. They're going to fish till 3 p.m., 5-fish limit. And we got the expert right here, and Vic says it's going to take over 19 pounds to win. If you had 19 pounds, would you be happy, Vic?
I would take 19 pounds and sit on the bank and tell them to shoot at
it. And
sit on the bank and wait for the next manatee to
that's
come
right.
up.
Yeah. No, somebody asked me about that yesterday. Somebody asked me about that manatee yesterday, and I'll never forget that. But if the manatee or the gator or the cougar or panther, of all those show up at McKellar tomorrow, would you call me, Vic? Okay, let me know all those critters are down there.
Oh, there's no doubt. I'll take pictures.
There you go. He'll take pictures. Vic, thank you, buddy, for being with us, joining in with us. And I know we're going to come back after this first break and talk another event with coming up with NRA, our good friends at NRA. And I forgot my cap this morning. I felt bad because Mike walked in with his cap on, and I forgot my cap. But I feel kind of everybody's got a cap, but me and Shelby.
Most of the time, you forget your ID badge trying to get in the door.
No, I got it around my neck. Here, buddy, look at it.
But I know you got.
There it is. It ain't
you
going
got
anywhere.
Get around your neck now.
I own
thanks to your wife.
I own the intercom radio record for most lost cards to get in this building. Okay, so one more, and they say I'm out of here. So I'm waiting on that to happen. But anyway, Shelby McCall is taking our calls, and Vic, I want to ask you one other thing before we let you go here, because at 3 p.m. How many boats would you like to have? How many did you have last year?
Last year, in a short period of time, we had 25 boats. And
that was really a short period. You guys didn't decide that till, I don't know.
Less than a month.
Less than a month, and they had 25 boats. So today's weather, you should have 30, 35, 40 boats maybe.
We're hoping to have it this morning. I think we've got a great turnout. But I just want to say one thing real quick to everybody out there. If you cannot make the tournament,
yes,
y'all please come down. We will have a silent auction right after the tournament. I got
a box of stuff he gave me,
and we thoroughly appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I got, Vic?
What you got?
What I got out there? I've got a original Daisy BB gun that somebody's going to get down there today.
They're going to have to get it out of my truck.
That's going to be one of the lists that I gave to him. That's for them.
So
somebody's going to maybe get their very first BB gun that's going down there.
That's too kind. But also, we will also have plate lunch. It'll be hot dogs, chips, drink combo. Be $5 each, and all that money will go to the Brent Deal family as well as the silent auction that we raised.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Vic.
Y'all come on down today. We'll see y'all.
Come on down. Vic Theron, see him down there. He'll be down there. Let's take our first break in the morning, come back, and I know Mike is just, Webb is just biting at the teeth because he only does a few of these shows every year. He does. NRA is the showingest person thing I've ever. This guy travels, He's been through 8 trucks this year, I think. So just about. All right, let's take a break. Be right back.